It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Brooklyn Cafe studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat at the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, or a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in free 888-994-4995 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Thank you. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful Thursday afternoon, baby. It is smoking in here.
Yeah.
And when I say smoking, it is caliente.
Welcome to 53, so sorry.
I tell you, anywhere Dawn is, the sun seems to be coming out tomorrow.
You just never know
it's
what Dawn's going to say.
127 degrees in here.
That's only because we're cooking.
Because we're cooking up something spicy and
We're
hot.
cooking up some good food in here, and you got to just ventilate. What did I say?
More ventilate.
More
yeah.
ventilate. So thank you guys for doing. Thank you. He's coming back for you.
No, he's mad.
He's
Why?
mad. He wants food.
All right, Tom, just relax. I'll say you can have my plate. Listen, the bottom line, there's a few things. I want to thank everybody for showing up the show. If you do it again today, I would love you even more. We appreciate all the numbers. Numbers are up. We're doing really, really well. Thank you very much for doing that. Businesses, friends are coming forward. And Mitt did his show today, another super duper monster deal. Mitt had Channel 5 in here in the house saying hello to him yesterday as well. Kind of like it.
Not very nice. Matt Chesney was in here. As seen on
Matt
News
Chesney.
Channel 5, which is really great.
News Channel 5, Matt Chesney. He's the guy that picked me up from the beginning. Like literally the day that I went viral on Facebook, he called me the next morning at 11 a.m.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You know, the funny thing about all this, forget about the video and the news and all that. It's the number of people that you're helping with what you're doing. I saw today's show. You had two contrasting stories, and the system needs to be fixed. And you came forward and you did what you do. And when that lady has this fantastic product, which we're not going to talk about, I was told I can't say nothing until they bring it in. But I am really excited about what she has in store for us.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, we had Jordana in the house. We're ready, set, go
I got
beyond.
to tell you, I love. You get to produce Jordana's show.
Yes, I do.
And now that she's doing it remotely, I'm not in studio with you. I love when she comes because I love the conversations that I get to have with her because it's not about the interview, and that's what I want to bring forward, and I'm hoping she's going to come next week. It's about the conversations, there's authentic conversations. Remember we talked to our friends from Sensibility. If you can actually capture the conversations that go on, the real behind the scenes, and not the interview, because she's truly a coach through and through. And she was here and she heard some conversations. She went, well, if that does not serve you, and she watched me go like this, and if that is giving you a migraine, doesn't that outweigh what the situation is?
And it's funny because I've produced that show for 2 years. And I've been asking Jordana over and over and over to do. And Dawn sits with her for 5 minutes. And in 5 minutes, she got to Jordana. She ran out of here on fire. She's ready to rock and roll. 2 years, you couldn't speak up a little bit quicker?
I do, but she's not in studio. And when she is in studio, I wasn't there. And it's different when you're getting ready to go on air and you're in that show mode and you're going to interview. You don't have time for the conversations. But it's the conversations that you get to have with her. It's like what you see that she does as a coach, that you see really her interactions. And she's 100% right. And you know it. And she said, is your health, is your stress, is all of the things that you're doing right now, is your cruise stress worth that conversation that I just witnessed? No. 100% flat out no. And when you can actually clear your deck to bring in more that serves you and is in alignment with you, and you stop living in fear or lack, and you let go of that which you no longer need in your life. And when an outside party, a coach trained by John Maxwell, certified coach, says to you everything you know in your head, it's almost that third party validation that says, get rid of it. And Teddy shook her head, and Taylor got a huge bird's eye view today because we didn't do a 9 o'clock show. of what goes on behind the scenes in a production house. We were running 3 things at one time. We had BK, we were testing a show, and doing voiceover for Jordana, all in one studio while you guys were doing a mix. So 4 things in here at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And it all went off. And so she got to witness the good, the bad, the indifferent, and has some
And some
great
ugly.
and some ugly, yeah. The
Some
insight,
ugly.
you know, it's not always so pretty on the other side.
It's interesting. Jordana said something to me on the way out that it's in my head. You know, successful business people always will talk in front of everybody. I'm a success. This is the way I'm doing it. I'm this, I'm that. And they bring out the chest. Man, woman, and child, makes no difference. The ones that aren't doing well will want to take you outside to talk. They want to take you to the back room to talk because they know that they're not doing well and they don't have a cure to this problem. They don't know how to get out of their own way. And she said to me, Freddie, there are more backdoor conversations that I have now than ever. And I sat back and I said, wow, you know, that makes a whole lot of difference. People that are doing well, they're going to bring it and say, listen, I'm doing well. Can I do this and that? The people that aren't doing well, you got to get on that juice and you got to go and you can't be afraid to succeed. And I was really, really impressed. Today was a different Jordana. I've known this woman 2 years. I've never seen her the way she came out and
She was great. She did 1 take. We only took 2 takes because you always want to have a choice, but she nailed both spots in 1 take.
Well, you had her motivated.
And you know why? She heard my conversation. She got so juiced up as a coach, and she was like, bam, and she brought it. So hopefully next week she's coming. Actually, her brother is a chef. I used to have a restaurant in North Miami, kind of like the story that you share, where a chef of a restaurant, he owned a restaurant, and now he is a personal chef. He's not actually the chef. He's got a chef for his restaurant, and they make food deliveries to other people. So she's going to
We're
bring
gonna
some
be
of his
talking about all of
treats
that
up
good stuff.
next week.
All right, so who do you got in studio today?
Today I have Miss Patty Paget with us. I'm really, really excited of Kids for Kids Ministry. Patty, you look lovely and beautiful in your dress. And we've got, I don't even know our, Matt? Mark. I don't even know your name. I apologize.
Chef Mark Fiore.
Chef Mark Fiore, and he is making up something absolutely spectacular and delicious. So
Yes.
Patty, if you can sit tight, I'm going to let Mark do his cooking so we can put some air back in the studio.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
once we're done cooking what we're cooking, then we can turn some of these burners off and then we can get some air conditioning rocking and rolling in here. So while he's going to cook, we're going to have a little chit chat with you. Mark, tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, good morning. My name is Chef Mark Fiore.
You just got to get him a mic.
There you go.
You got it. All right. I am based out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I am a personal chef.
Slick.
I cook in your home. I can cook on a yacht, at a festival, tailgate, wherever you need me. I'd be more than happy to go. I'll even go on vacation with you. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to prepare a dish called pasta puttanesca. It's a Napolitan Italian dish that starts with a couple ingredients. I'll describe them now. We have an anchovy, we have capers, we have green olives, Kalamata olives, oil cured olives. It also has shallots, garlic, Parmesan cheese, parsley, a little lemon, and a little tomato sauce. So I got my water boiling here. I'm going to add some salt to it. Then I'll add my pasta, and in the 9 minutes that the pasta cooks, the sauce will be ready.
Now, when you do 9 minutes pasta, that's called al dente?
Yes, sir.
That's
The box says 10 minutes. I do it for 9 minutes.
I'm impressed, Freddie.
I the only way eat pasta.
You knew that.
Me? I told you, I owned a restaurant.
I got to tell you, Chef Mark's story, and I was talking a little bit behind the scenes about you,
Oh, God help
but
me.
only because I care about you so much. He was a type 2 diabetic.
I am a type 2 diabetic. I am just currently winning the war.
Okay. And he actually helped get into better shape through his food and through cooking.
But then I have to ask you, Chef, pasta is not our friend because it turns into sugar, no?
Yes, but pasta is a great demonstration item because the food cost is cheap.
It's a great demonstration item, so I can only sniff and not eat it. I got you.
Scratch and sniff test. Yeah,
You pay
know
for
what
the
you call it.
ingredients, I'll bring the healthy food.
Ah.
All right, so I'm going to get this started right here. And I'm going to start with a little olive oil.
Now, have you ever used not peanut oil? What was it that I bought? I turned vegan at one time, and in there they had an oil. It wasn't peanut oil though. Do you remember the
Grapeseed oil. Someone was
Grape-
telling
yeah.
us about
Grapeseed
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 oil is
oil.
good. It's got a high smoke point. I'm going to start here with these anchovies. You may not like anchovies, but trust me, you won't see them in there. They're going to disintegrate into nothing.
I love anchovies.
I was going to ask you that.
And they
do
are
you?
going to add an amazing flavor to this.
Anchovies are the food of God. They're delicious.
Yeah. So along with that, we're going to add some crushed red pepper to make this a little spicy. This is a spicy dish. And this way the oil infuses with the pepper and it gets in there nice.
And I have to tell you, you know, a lot of chefs are doing all of their work now virtually on news and on shows. So we're fortunate to have Chef Mark in studio doing this. And yes, everyone, we are totally socially distanced. We're taking all precautions, but we're fortunate to be able to do this. So it's nice.
I am going to build a cook shack. So
Cook shack.
you build the shack and you put the installation that we have inside the shack with a ventilator and the cook just exactly where that table is.
Yep.
We'll have it all spread out the vents.
So my apologies to everyone because I had to and
Sounds
the
good, right?
studio. So actually, yeah, it is a great idea. And cooking we usually do outside.
Because if you ever do this to me again, I am melting like the Wicked Witch of the West.
Well, otherwise you'd have me at the hospital right now.
Well, we don't want
with
that.
the migraine.
We don't
So
want-
those
we
are
don't
the
want that.
choices. It's either warm or you can come visit me at Boca Community. So but this looks incredible.
All right, so next we're going to add the shallot. And we're going to add a little bit of salt to sweat that down. So the anchovy pretty much
We're
dissipated
sweating
into
with
nothing.
that shallots.
Most definitely, he did.
Shallots are
Small onions, more expensive than your typical onion,
I used to grow them.
but more flavorful as well.
They're delicious. They're the best. They're like hey, chef, is it true that a white onion is hot, spicy?
I would say hotter spicy than a yellow onion, which is the sweeter type spice.
And a
red
red, I never
onions are
knew that.
also a little hot flavored as well.
Yeah.
And which is the hottest pepper that there is?
The hottest pepper, I believe, is called the Boot Jalupa, but I'm not 100%
Oh, let's
sure
get
about
you one of
that.
those.
Well,
Because it's always changing.
I actually just a few weeks ago, my friends, they challenged me to eat what they call the hottest pepper in the world, what they would call the Carolina Reaper, which is genetically modified to be that hot. I'm Trinidadian. We eat scorpion pepper, which is number 2 on the chart. So I said, why not? I have it on video. Would never do it again.
So
That hot.
I have to tell you a story while Chef Mark is cooking. About a year and a half ago, we had a hot sauce company come in and we did the Great Hot Sauce Challenge. And one of them was the Grim Reaper. And
That's not
Freddie
funny.
tried all of them, but not one at a time. He decided in Freddie fashion to mix it all together. He went on fire. We got to find it. He went on fire. He ran to the bathroom. There was a pool where we were. He put his head in the pool. He came back with toilet paper and paper towels wrapped around his head, screaming like a crazy man.
It was hot.
Right?
It made me cry.
That smells amazing, by the way.
It does.
Thank you. Next ingredients, we're going to add the olives and the capers. So we have the oil-cured olives here, the Kalamata, the Sicilian green, and then the capers.
Jesus Christ, that smells unbelievable.
Wow.
Do you eat anchovies?
Looks marvelous from my
You
angle.
take anchovies
I
and you
can't
put
even see
in
it, it smells
I'm telling you,
Italian.
from my angle,
I don't eat them
And
like
we're
that.
going to take a little white wine in here to glaze this pan, get a little extra flavor going as well.
What kind of white wine, chef?
This is a Pinot Grigio.
Wow.
So you could drink it and cook with it at the
you
same
want.
time.
if you want to drink and cook,
All right, we're going to let that cook down for a minute or two. In the meantime, I'm just going to zest this lemon. And Yeah.
What is your favorite dish, chef?
what is my favorite dish?
Numero uno.
Man, it's so
Only
hard
one,
to say.
only
My
one.
favorite thing to cook, I would say, probably is chicken soup from scratch.
Wow.
It's just a
Chicken
homey thing.
soup.
Even living in Florida, I still make it all the time. But anything pasta, any pasta and meatballs, pork chops, anything Italian, I'm really down for any of it. I also love Japanese food. So much I keep a hibachi in my van. And I could do at-home hibachi at your house too, where I come and do benihana in your backyard.
Really?
Yeah, for up to 10 people. And I give you the full Benihana dining experience, roughly at around the same cost that they charge you.
You gotta be kidding me.
Nope. Well, that was my answer to social distance dining. People wouldn't let me in their homes anymore, so I needed a
Wow.
way to get into their homes or outside of their homes.
So you could do like by the pool deck and things.
Yep.
All right. How do you get in touch with this gentleman? Because I think I just resolved for. Now, do you work on the weekends too?
I work whenever, wherever. I don't judge.
Christmas dinner.
Yeah. Yeah. Breakfast, lunch, and
I'm
dinner.
not- Are you kidding, Benny?
I'm telling you, Benihana Christmas style.
AG, if you're
I'm already
watching,
booked for Christmas.
See that? You're already booked for Christmas. It was not a bad idea, was
And
it?
then after this, we're going to add this tomato sauce. Sorry if I splashed you. I hope I didn't.
We have to get
What's
slick as smock.
what's in the tomato sauce? Did you self-make it
This
yourself?
is San Marzano tomato sauce. Cento San Marzano from the San Marzano region of Italy, because they are the best tomatoes, I believe.
And you have a whole bunch of soups you brought as well, right, Amit?
Yeah, well, that's the stuff he brought. So you want to talk about the soup kitchen?
Yeah, I during the pandemic, my business shut down. I was shut down for 83 days, and I was bored, sitting at home. I live alone. I needed to do something, so I paired with the soup kitchen, and I started cooking for them. I was freaked out, didn't want to leave my house. They would deliver me the food. I would cook it at my house. They'd pick it up the next day and deliver it to the people. So we were serving about 150 people a day in Pompano Beach, our Father's House Soup Kitchen. And it's been amazing. So I brought some stuff today that I made with the vegetables we got. I have a pickled jalapeno with onions. There's a peach hot sauce made with the jalapenos that were donated. And today I made a carrot soup. So the carrot soup has a peanut in it, little peanut in it. So if you have a peanut allergy, I'd stay away.
150 people a day? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Yes, 150.
Holy
150.
smoke, 150. You
Yes.
must have
Wow.
been from 6 up to midnight down.
To be honest, it's not a lot of work.
But he loves what he does. That's
You
what
cut 30 pounds of potatoes, you throw them in the oven, you make a pot of soup.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
easy to do. We can feed more people. We just need more food, you know?
Miss
And help.
Patty, that sounds like something right up your alley,
Yeah.
right? The soup kitchen? You're
What
you're
if-
excited.
My husband was my
May I ask, how do you guys run the soup kitchen? Can you give us a general idea how that works?
There's a family that started it a while back. I'm not really sure of the full history of it, but the Chrissy family, husband and wife, they are there 5 days a week, feeding and clothing the homeless and really making a difference in the community. And they're great people. I just want to be involved with them.
And can anyone go get food there?
If anybody needs food, yeah, they can go there. It's our Father's House Soup Kitchen in Pompano Beach. I'm not 100% sure of the address, but you could check it out
Slick, do you
online.
know where it is?
We
Well,
can
you
look
live
it
in
up.
Pompano. I thought maybe you knew the area.
We'll get the address. We'll get the address.
All right, so we're getting here, all right? So I'm going to take the pasta out.
Holy smoke, that's a lot of pasta.
Yeah. There's a lot
more.
of fun.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, wow.
Now let me ask you a question.
Go ahead, boss.
We got a show here called DigiCity. Suppose a guy wants to do a romantic dinner for his lady.
Yeah.
Will you come in, set up the candles, do the romantic thing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you something.
Oh,
Get Dear Abby. We got a whole segment of stuff to do with this guy.
Yeah, bachelorette parties, divorce parties, whatever you got.
Divorce party.
Yeah.
Have you done one yet?
No, I'm looking to. I've done a lot of bachelorette parties, bachelor parties.
How far south and how far north?
I'll go as far north as, I went as far as Jacksonville. You could fly me wherever. I'll go. I've been to Puerto Rico. I was in Kentucky 2 weeks ago cooking on houseboats. Really, wherever you need me, I'll go. Have knives, we'll travel. Last two ingredients. This is lemon zest. We're going to add this in here because it's going to give it an amazing flavor. Some parsley, and then a little Parmesan, Pecorino Romano. Yeah. So we'll give this a nice little toss. Now the secret is you got to cook it in the sauce so the sauce penetrates the pasta and makes it delicious. Feel me? All right. And now we plate.
And it's the art of, see the Slick, that's where I think that's the whole thing, the sexiness of the cooking, but then when you plate it, you just don't put it out in the skillet, and then she goes, wow.
Slick, all you gotta do is get the table, the candles. He does the rest, a flower. You in like Flynn, brother.
I went like Flynn.
In like Flynn.
So I meet
Casa Slick.
a random girl.
Well, no, a girl that you like.
Well, not a random. We're not gonna go to Walmart and pick up anybody.
Don't worry,
You
man. We
gotta like
got
the
you.
person.
He's gonna have a random girl. Oh, excuse me, ma'am.
We'll take you out to Publix, man, as we find the best girls.
I'll say like, take a chance.
Hey.
And Amit, while he's plating everything, you met Chef through
The
your
unemployment.
unemployment situation.
Yeah. You know, like I was saying today earlier on the Unemployment Woes show, everybody was trying every single possible way to get in contact with me. It was really hard. WhatsApp, here, like whatever it was. But him, like, I missed him on Facebook. like by a billion. It wasn't until like they started messing with my Instagram. He was actually the first one to mess with my Instagram, so I caught that message first. So I right away talked to him. He explained to his situation. He's a chef. This is what's going on. I really need help. So I invited him over to my house. Just right away, like come over
Stranger.
tomorrow.
Come to my house.
Come to my house. And at the same time, Steve-O was there. I had him and Steve-O together, sitting there, just working on both of their applications back. That's right. I met both of them the same day.
Wow.
They both came to my house, both together, sat down, and they were both helping each other out at the same time, fighting, just trying to get unemployment on the phone. So we finally got him on the phone.
To log in too. We tried to log in 100 times.
Oh yeah, that was in the beginning when all these problems were here, and we logged in like you would be on there for like 1 minute and you get kicked off, back to back to back to back to back. So I met Mark through there. Great experience, by the way. We've been in contact the whole time.
That's fantastic.
I think now you finally got a little bit of your stuff figured out.
Yeah,
with unemployment.
I got the unemployment finally sorted out.
Are you getting paid?
I am getting paid by unemployment when I'm not working, but fortunately I've been busy. So
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
I haven't
amazing.
had
So,
to
he-
collect it.
so basically,
Congratulations.
for people who have this question, if you're listening right now, what he's doing is like when he's working, he's not claiming those weeks. He's letting them go. The weeks that he's not working, he's claiming those weeks. There's nothing wrong with that because you're actually being honest. Now I'm working versus I'm not working. That's
versus
good.
the people that are working and collecting.
Exactly.
Well, the
So-
amazing thing about that whole story is that you got through. So many people that we know, and he's been bringing people in here, cannot get through. You did a nice show today on the plus and minuses on that day. But it's amazing, and thank God that you are working, that you are busy, and I
Yeah.
think the game is get real busy.
Thank
He
God
makes
for people like
cooking
Amit for
easy.
helping everybody
not only do you
out.
make cooking easy, it's neat, it's clean, and it's beautiful.
And it's fast, man. You did a meal in like,
9 minutes.
Yeah.
that
Wow.
is unbelievable.
All right, how do people get in touch with you?
You can check me out on Instagram at Mark Fiore. There's my card.
Any relation to
Larry Fiore, my father.
Guy?
You can find me on
Fiore.
Facebook, Mark Fiore. You can contact me on my telephone number, 954-864-2871. Have knives, we'll travel. Let's eat.
Any size event, too big, too small?
Let's talk about it.
All right,
Let's
Depends,
talk
fantastic.
man.
about
He has
it.
a plan. But you'll do up to 10 people.
Oh,
with
I'll
no
do
problem.
up to 20, 30 people.
Okay.
Dinners. Yeah, no
Okay.
issues at
You know,
all.
I have an idea when we start doing remotes that are not restaurants, because obviously restaurants you don't want to do that with, but there are remotes that we do that do not have restaurants or food, and he has stove will travel. I mean, his little van has everything in it.
Yeah,
Oh,
portable
you
kitchen.
didn't see that part of it. He has the actual hibachi table, like made
Yeah.
in the van right now.
Pots
Ready
and
to go.
pans, everything. I just need a grocery store. And,
All right,
and,
we're
and
going to
fuel.
pass it out. We're going to go to commercial break.
Yeah.
Give everyone a taste test. When we come back, we're going to talk to Miss Patty Paget, taste some food. And Hector also, we've got our kids show on Saturday. You made some pumpkin muffins. So it's time to get eaten. It's lunchtime at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Give us a call, 888-994-4995. We'll get you in touch with Chef Mark. We'll get you in touch with Hector and Kids for Kids Ministry with Miss Patty Paget. So stay tuned, and we will be right back.
Introducing Black Tie Liquors, your one-stop shop for wine and spirit needs. Whether you're looking for an ice-cold pack of summer brews or just to grab your favorite bottle of Scotch whiskey, Black Tie Liquors has you covered. Come choose from a wide selection of beers, wines, spirits, or liqueurs. Or if you're in the mood, feel free to grab one of our fresh cigars. Stop by Black Tie Liquors today, located on 5970 South Jog Road, Lake Worth, Florida. Or give them a call at 561-968-0988.
Kids for Kids Ministry. The vision is to see children in Haiti emerge from extreme poverty into an extraordinary destiny in Christ. The problem is the orphans in Haiti lack clean water to drink and food sustainability. These children need art-integrated education, medical needs, shoes, clothes, a lunch program, and teacher salary aid. The mission is to sponsor local leaders in Haiti to support them in the care of orphans and vulnerable children. In January of 2020, Kids for Kids traveled to Haiti to visit the orphans at their home and at their school. The school has now grown to 30 children attending daily classes, but there are many things to improve upon. To help us or to donate, contact Patty Paget at Kids for Kids Ministry, 561-876-1710. That's Kids for Kids Ministry at 561-876-1710.
Don't know how I'm feeling tonight, but I swear I'm fine. I'm broken inside, don't know where I know I can hide. Don't know how I'm feeling tonight, but I swear I'm fine.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's A-M-P, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
Hot pot.
Hot pot. Unbelievable.
You guys have? Everyone have food? Hector, you got
Excellent.
one?
Hector, you have that one. That's okay. You can have it. You can have it,
Enjoy.
Hector.
What?
All right, we're back. What happened?
And we are back at the Brooklyn Cafe. We're all good.
Oh, we'll get your fork over
This
there.
is absolutely amazing.
Unbelievable. What's the chef's information again? Let's read it off again.
Chef Mark Fiore. This is, I hate to tell you.
Mark, there you go.
I
There
have not
you
had real
go,
food in
baby.
so long. Chef Mark Fiore, I love the visual. 954-864-2871 at Mark Fiore on social media. Unbelievable.
I'm going to tell you, this is a guy you want to take care of a lot of different needs. You could do a lot of special things with this. You could do romantic dinners. You could do something by the pool, by the deck, hibachi. Thinking about taking on a remote. What we
You
gonna
love
do remotes?
pasta?
I love it. But, you know. I
It's
can
not so
only-
good for you?
I got to keep it.
It's not good for your girlish figure?
It's not good for my sugar figure. It's
This is
now
absolutely
Slick
amazing.
now is in
Digit City.
pasta heaven. He loves pasta.
Slick does love pasta. How's it compare to what you love?
It has a very sweet fish, shrimp type of deal going in there.
You know, well, there's anchovies, but
I don't know.
feels like the pasta alone is the flavor. That's what it is. It's not, people like me, I like a lot of sauce. This is perfect.
Hey chef, do you do linguine and clam sauce?
Any pasta you want.
I gotta tell you something. You do a good linguine and clam sauce. I'm gonna send it to you in New York because
Send me back.
Slick's having technical difficulties again without a mic.
Mike doesn't, what?
They're all having technical difficulties because they can't eat and hold the mic at the same time.
Just keep eating, don't hurt yourself.
So contact Mark. He can do home cooking. He can do a dinner party, anything that you want. The food is
Linguine and
absolutely
clam
amazing.
sauce.
I do love that too.
Linguine and clam, that's all I gotta say. He does that.
Awesome.
Mark, you do that, you're gonna have a new home here.
Let's go.
Miss
That-
Patty, how do you like
I guess
it?
we know what we're making next week.
We've got Patty Paget with us.
Such a nice surprise.
Well, you've got a nice surprise for us. You've got a big event coming up tomorrow,
Yes,
Kids for Kids Ministry, and that beautiful commercial that you saw when we went to break was for Patty. Patty has furnished our studio with all of the beautiful greenery you see, and I do not have a green thumb, so I keep in close contact with Patty. She comes over, she replants it, she pots
She
it.
says you did a good job.
She takes care of it. It's been a while, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You did a good job.
And we actually have another big pot in the back that Freddie was keeping out front. And I said it's not good feng shui to keep an empty pot out front because that means it's emptiness coming
Patty,
into
it
your
wasn't
home.
supposed to be empty. I was going to put this one outside. She said, no, you can't put that one outside.
But now that Patty's here, she can fill our big pot and we can bring some more abundance into the studio with something big and flavorful and beautiful.
Well, let's talk about what's going on, Patty. What is it that you have cooking?
Well, guys, I
Hector?
just want to say thank you so much because you all are both amazing.
Hector?
And
Hector, we're on
Hector?
camera.
the people that you have coming in and Chef Mark and then I just found out about y'all's signature coffee, even though I've known you for so long. And I keep getting surprised every time I come and blessed and so blessed. And thank you for that beautiful showing the children to everyone. And yes, we have been doing very well during this pandemic because we are agriculture. What we do is outdoors. So, thanks God, a lot of the outdoor work has not been hindered by that. So, I had so much to tell you, Dawn and
But
Freddie,
you got
that
sidetracked by
I
eating and
wrote
drinking
it down. Last time we spoke, we were building a water cistern for the children so that they could bathe because when the COVID-19 came, they could no longer share the community water hole to get water with buckets and carry home to do bathing and laundry and whatnot. So our main challenge was to get them a personal private home water cistern, which I don't know if the family knows the Dawn and Freddie Brooklyn Cafe Show family, but in Haiti they do not have running water.
Right.
And so people have to go to a local cistern or a personal one and put their buckets down and pull up water, not good enough to drink, but good enough to bathe and do laundry and clean. Long story short, we started building the cistern, guys, and then we had a house at a fire at the home of the orphans.
You're kidding me.
So I didn't tell you that, but that was like 3 weeks ago, and we don't really know exactly how it started, but what little they had, sadly, they lost it all.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, jeez.
So they had bunk beds and clothes and their little home, which was a 2-room home, probably 50 by 60 feet space. Anyhow, thanks God, no one was hurt. Praise the Lord for that. And Pastor Gaitan, who oversees the ministry there in Haiti, he came and picked up the children, took them to his campus where he has a church and a school and his own orphanage with 33 children. They're currently living in a classroom with Pastor, but thanks God, they're out of the elements, they're getting water and food and whatnot. So we were at a point like, wow. But then some good news happened. And through a friend of mine at West Pines Baptist Church, who is partnering with us, giving us a piece of land to grow and farm on, using local kids to grow plants to sell for Haiti kids, thus Kids for Kids. Well, we've been given that space, but through that church, I met a lady who introduced me to a local entrepreneur who has given us a challenge. And Dawn and Freddie, if we can raise $3,000, he will match it.
Wow.
So that's amazing to rebuild the home. And he has a ministry in Haiti as well, he's had for 17 years, called Caring Hands Project. And you could Google that, or people could. And he builds whole villages in Haiti. He's so far built 20 villages holding 40 homes apiece. And when he goes away from there, they are self-sustaining. So he gives them jobs and sewing and farming and whatever, cooking, whatever. And so he is willing to give me a challenge, and I'm so excited for that. So in lieu of that, that gives us great hope.
Will that money buy and do what it needs, take care of what it needs? It'll rebuild the house for
Yes,
$6,000?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am, because he estimates, because of his knowledge building homes in Haiti, like it's not a big house like we think. It would be just a 1 or 2 room where they would be safe for sleeping. Of course, in Haiti, as you guys know, most of the cooking is done outside and the bathing is done outside, laundry is done outside. So basically just to keep them out of the elements for the nighttime, or if it's raining, or, you know, doing homework and
Patty,
studying.
I want to introduce Patty to Domes for Humanity.
Yep. I
So
have
we're
them,
excited to have that. We think we can at least get the basic. We can always add on to the house as the years go by, yes. But for the beginning, it would be great to just get them back into their own home.
And tomorrow you're doing an event this weekend? to help
Saturday,
raise
yes,
some money.
ma'am. We're doing a big yard sale, 6960 Lake Worth Road. It's Green Gate Nursery in Green Acres. And we'll be there. People have been donating a lot of nice items and kids' clothes and toys and furniture and just a lot of things. And we'll have some plants there too. And
that's
you can always bring something the day of.
That's
If they
right.
wanted to bring something, they could just bring it and look around and drop it off as they're there.
Ami, you have a question?
That's this Saturday, right?
This coming Saturday.
In Lake Worth.
Yes, sir.
Where again?
6960 Lake Worth Road.
It's like just a plaza. Is what it is?
It's just a little nursery, mom and pop owned, one of the last standing mom and pop owned garden center
And-
locally. It's as a fire station, a veterinarian, as Little Service Road, south side of Lake Worth Road.
And are you taking like any type of donation, or just like kids' toys and
Any
stuff like
type
that?
of donation. Any
I'll,
at all.
I'll come see you. I
Oh,
would love
perfect.
to. I have a lot of
Thank
things
you.
that we can give
Wow,
away.
you see,
away in
another
little toys and
surprise.
stuff.
I have to tell you, you
Definitely.
probably picked the best day to come because Amit, which he plays very humble, his reach into
Yeah.
the community and for the amount of people he has helped out of the kindness of his
Yeah,
heart
I love
and his
to do that.
visibility with the news channels and stations.
Wow,
You
praise
couldn't
God.
be in better hands right now.
Praise God. Thank
I
you,
have
Dawn and
I have a
Freddie. Y'all are
3-year-old daughter right now that I have to remind every day how lucky she is. You know.
Yes, sir.
And she's very smart. You might think she's 8 years old, and I have to sit here and explain to her like what's going on. You know, and there, you know, I always look at it as the future of the U.S. is our
Yes.
kids.
Mhm.
You
You're
know,
right, it is.
Even the kids outside the U.S. They're going to be the future for everything that's going on now. So I love that.
It's true. Thank
God
you
bless
for
you
saying
for
that.
that.
And I agree.
Definitely.
And speaking of kids in the future, I also teach gardening, as you know, Miss Dawn. And I want to go into teaching homeschool moms. And I want to mention that today, if anyone would like to have me come and do garden classes with their children as small groups of homeschool moms. And that's starting to open up now. As you guys know, school is opening up, not only virtual, but in person. And so I have here lesson plans with National Core Standards and Florida State Standards. So if any mom was interested, they could call me and we could set up some classes for their kids outside in their backyard.
Have you been to the Delray Beach Children's Garden?
No, ma'am, I haven't. Just the fact that I'm kind of from the north end
We got to get you
of
over there
town.
too then.
Yes, I would love that. So that's the challenge was great. The yard sale we mentioned. Also, we would love to do a silent auction. We have that kind of cooking in the works. I have a director of ABC Montessori. She's going to help me with that. And she knows how to do a silent auction. So we'll see how that goes. And another praise report, we had 2 successful crops of caladiums come in and out through summer. Sold every one we grew. So we grew 828 pieces. And praise God, we sold every one, not one died.
Awesome.
I got a funny story about that, though. Can I tell you a funny story?
Of course.
Okay, we started growing them at West Pines Baptist Church, and they gave us the spot. So I had the dirt come, and we had them all potted up growing, but nothing was growing. And I'd look, and there'd be nothing coming out of the container. And I'm like, what's going on? And I'm 45 years farmer here, and it should be sprouting, and no sprouts. So I'm dragging hoses, and I'm adding more water, and I'm adding more food, and I'm yelling at them, grow, grow, and nothing's happening. And then one day, I literally heard God say to me, go look now. And of course, I argue. I'm like, I'm on my way. No, go now. So I go, and I go, and I get out of my car, and I look. And lo and behold, there was like 30 of the green Cubano lizards. Took off running.
They were eating.
And I
30 of them?
realized that's why they weren't sprouting. They were sprouting, but the daggum critters were eating them right off the top. As soon as they got this tall, they were being ate. So I said,
I've never seen 30 of them.
So I
Wait,
picked them up,
what?
every
That's
single
crazy.
plant, put them in my car, and my friend Linda, who owns Green Gate Nursery, helped me with her truck, and we carried them all over to her nursery. And they were growing there on a spot in her little property there. And yes, they grew. As soon as we got them out of the way of the lizards,
Wow.
they were so happy to grow. They were all like, and they grew so fast, and we sold everyone.
I thought she
So
was.
that was my funny
I
story.
thought she was gonna say that you were involved somehow.
Well, not everyone has every talent, and we know Miss Dawn has many wonderful talents. You know, we
She
all
does have
can't
every-
do everything. So
But the beautiful thing that we get to do, and I'm always so grateful, your gratitude is just infectious, is that I don't cook in here, Chef Mark, and now we've got amazing food. And
Oh,
I said to
yes.
Freddie, this sounds so sad. This is the first time I've had real food in way too long. I can't tell you last time I had real food. and I'm not really good with plants. I'm great
That's
at bringing
okay.
people
You're good
together.
with-
We're great at doing this. And Miss Patty comes and she brings terrific plants. And we surround ourselves with a team that does all the things that we're not so good at. I'm not so good at. Israel brought me a beautiful orchid. So we've got a beautiful flower. And Freddie, I have to tell you, the orchid man comes in and Freddie says, no, thank you, because Miss Patty from Kids for Kids Ministry does all of our greenery.
oh, thank you.
So
Well,
he did not buy one. So Israel next door bought one, and he brought it over to me. And so, see, it was meant to be for us to have one,
Yes.
but it came through gratitude.
It's all in the timing of everything.
Well, that's what I love about you two and your show is how you incorporate the community and you introduce people to other people, and then, you know, it helps everyone. So I love that.
I
And
tell you,
I
with a
just-
cook like this, I'll be doing some more networking.
I gotta tell you, it was nice to open the door, and maybe that was God's way of saying it was time to release some stuff. So thank you, Slick, for doing that.
Oh, stop it. You and your feng shuis.
I'm a big believer, and there's a reason for
yeah.
everything.
Oh, yeah.
Juju.
And
That's
people can
why I
just,
wear the
can they just
bracelet.
donate.
That's pretty much. Yes,
it.
ma'am. By the way, too, we also have a new website, and it is kidsforkids-jesus.org. It's up and running now. I think the last time we talked, it was close but not ready. So we have videos on there, and we do have PayPal on there.
And you
So
have a
people can donate
GoFundMe.
through
You have a
PayPal.
GoFundMe on there too, right?
I did have a GoFundMe, but I took it down, Freddie, because it was just a little bit too long of a process. And we don't really need the GoFundMe. We have the PayPal link.
That's it.
So they can just go to that PayPal link and donate right there. It'll go right into the Kids for Kids account. And I have a Square. They could call me with a debit card or over the phone. We could take Square. And we have Zelle. If anyone has Bank America, they can just donate to me straight through Zelle with my phone number.
Gotcha.
So
Actually-
that is also very good.
Have you looked on Facebook events to make one yet?
Oh, yeah.
I have a Facebook. Thank you for asking. It's Kids for Kids Haiti.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a business page, Kids for Kids Haiti.
Did you know you can do fundraisers on the Facebook pages now?
That's where I lack, is I'm not good at
Isn't
technology.
that a
So-
new platform, the Facebook?
I'm good with
event?
a shovel.
So I did when I started my fundraiser first. It was DJ helping DJs. That's what it was first. I started on GoFundMe. I made about $10, but
Yeah.
Facebook took that thing. It'll take it to a whole nother level because remember you're sharing between friends, and shares were the shares was what really helped you out. So I was able to raise about in 2 days like $870.
Wow.
You know,
Thank you for
and
that suggestion.
I would suggest
try
it definitely helps, and that's a great marketing tool you can use for yourself.
Okay.
Facebook events.
Maybe you can help me work on that.
Sure, I would love
I'm
to.
technology challenged. They know.
But that's how we all come together as a community, which is a beautiful synergy where everyone comes and has their strengths and gives a little bit more.
Absolutely. What is it? A drop will fill a bucket?
Amazing. Let's give out the information again for you, Miss Patty.
Yes, ma'am. It's Patty Paget, Kids for Kids Incorporated. We are a 501c3 nonprofit, so they can, of course, get receipts for taxes at the end of the year. Our goal is $3,000 to get our match. My phone number, 561-876-1710.
Amazing. Slick, do you still have
Thank you.
family in Haiti?
Yeah. My mom, like,
Where's your mic?
but yeah, my mom sends out care packages out there, and I do, like, when I do take trips, I take like 3 duffel bags and come back with, like, I'll say half of a duffel bag. But my suitcases be left in them, my shoes, my clothes that I don't use.
Your shoes too?
Yeah.
Holy smoke.
No, because I buy a lot of shoes, if you guys don't notice, but sometimes I don't wear the shoes, and I'm not those weirdos that like stock up shoes a lot. So if I'm
You're not weird.
using it,
You're not weird. You buy them and you don't wear them.
yeah,
You're
if I
not
don't
weird
wear
at all.
them, and then like, no, sometimes I bought it for an event and then I don't wear it.
Yeah,
I
uh-huh.
wear a different shoe,
Uh-huh,
and then
uh-huh.
that just spills over. But I don't want to like pack rat it, so I can give it to
So
somebody
you
that
give it
need
away.
it. Yeah.
That's the
The
best
only
way to
man I
do
know
it.
alive that buys a shoe and never wears it. But okay.
No, that's my. I say I know somebody just like that. Like he packs rack shoes. Like he buys it, wears it one time, and that's it. But I'm like, just send it off. You don't really need it.
Slick is funny.
Well, Miss Patty, I know we could use another big plant outside to fill that pot to bring in some more abundance. I will. So then,
be glad-
then
more
we
than
will
glad to
then we
do
will make a donation from the cafe over to the Kids for Kids as well.
Absolutely.
Thanks for everything.
That would be our
Thank
honor
you
and
for
our pleasure.
everything.
Absolutely.
Thank
And
Me
when
too.
when the
I'll
show's
definitely-
over, I'm gonna call
Donation.
Leslie
Leslie
Jimenez?
Leslie
Leslie
Jock.
Jock.
Good to
I
know,
think I
sir.
don't remember, but I'm gonna call Leslie Jock. I'm gonna see if I send her over to know that she's here.
Let me ask you another question. Do you have a connection with someone in Haiti?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Do they have internet there?
Yes.
Slick.
Well, it's sometimes yes, sometimes no. They have
Maybe
access.
you can do a special edition of Slick Speaks. Maybe you can do your Kringlish.
Yeah, I
Or
can
your
do that.
Creole?
Like if they can, if they have internet over there, they can Skype into my show.
Yeah.
Awesome.
push it out, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You speak Creole?
I understand it more than I speak it, but
But you can get by?
But I can get around.
Well,
like if they talk to me, I can talk Creole.
We
to
have
them.
2 wonderful translators on.
Okay.
We call it in the ministry world. You know, I'm learning some of the terminology there, and they're called like the man on the ground.
Okay.
So I have my grandson. He's my man on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
and boots on the ground, they say. And he's of course fluent in English.
Okay.
And Pastor Gaitan has also been learning, and I've been going from 2010 and a lot from 2015. But over the years, I've seen Pastor gain his English, and now he has full English.
That's good.
And Miss Jeanette, who is the mom of the kids, the orphans,
Okay.
she now has almost all the way English.
Wow.
In the 5
Yeah,
years I've
they're
been
really
working
good.
with
That's
her.
good, yeah.
All right,
So
so-
sadly, I haven't learned hardly any Creole, but they have learned a lot of
You know,
English over the years.
I learned like one word during this pandemic. Pèse-toi, which means press 3. That's it. Calling the unemployment.
you know-
That's what they say. That's the first thing it says.
One thing about the Haitian people, they're very resilient and they're always grateful and they never complain. And no matter what, I say, how y'all doing? Oh, we're good, Grandma, we're good.
Yeah, they adapt.
They will never tell you. They will never say,
And I must say, Slick is a true tribute to. I just said to Freddie, you've got such a good heart. You are such a. I call you a kid because you're our kid, but such a nice man.
Yeah.
And you've got such a great heart. He never says no. He's always got a smile.
Gotcha.
He will drive to the ends of the earth for us to pick up stuff from north to south, and he does it always with a smile and says, "I gotcha."
Gotcha.
yes, that's typical of the Haitians that I know and love in Haiti.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, you guys ready to eat dessert?
Oh, yeah.
Most definitely.
All right, Hector.
Definitely.
Hector's got some pumpkin muffins for us for dessert.
You got it.
So more to come. Kids for Kids Ministry, Chef Mark Fiore with us, and we've got a meet nightly. So stay tuned, and we will be right back. If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Kids for Kids Ministry. The vision is to see children in Haiti emerge from extreme poverty into an extraordinary destiny in Christ. The problem is the orphans in Haiti lack clean water to drink and food sustainability. These children need art-integrated education, medical needs, shoes, clothes, a lunch program, and teacher salary aid. The mission is to sponsor local leaders in Haiti to support them in the care of orphans and vulnerable children. In January of 2020, Kids for Kids traveled to Haiti to visit the orphans at their home and at their school. The school has now grown to 30 children attending daily classes, but there are many things to improve upon. To help us or to donate, contact Patty Paget at Kids for Kids Ministry, 561-876-1710. That's Kids for Kids Ministry at 561-876-1710.
Don't know how I'm feeling tonight, but I swear I'm fine. I'm broken inside, don't know where I know I can hide. Don't know how I'm feeling tonight, but I swear I'm fine.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke? If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
And we are back at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. And as we're going to commercial break, Freddie's getting texted from people. How much would it cost for Mark to do what he just did? I got to tell you, the price he gave us is incredibly reasonable. And you know what? It's a whole lot safer being home. So depending on where it is, how many people, and what you want to eat, the price varies. So if you want pasta versus lobster, of course, the food price in that varies
Or you
a
can
little
put your
bit.
lobster with your pasta.
You probably would like that, like a lobster Friday
Oh my
Diablo or
God,
something.
yes. I like shrimp right on top of that. I like linguine and clam. If you do linguine and clam, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. There are people saying that you just made their all-time favorite dish. They're watching, and they're.
Mom's favorite dish.
And this is like an old Italian dish. Is that true?
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
It is delicious. Absolutely. Miss Patty's enjoying it. So, thank you for the connection.
I'm like, ooh.
And now that we've had lunch, it's ready for some dessert. We're getting ready for our Kids Television Network episode. What number is this, Hector? Do you have a mic?
He does.
Make sure you got a green
I
light
do.
on. What episode?
I think 6, no?
More.
I think it's like 15.
Yeah.
Really?
I think it's been quite a while. I'm thinking maybe 9 or 10, but I don't know.
I don't know. I think I lost count around when I tried to make pasta.
You did try to make your pasta was good. You did a fettuccine and a
did.
tomato sauce.
Yeah, but it wasn't the same. Yeah, but it's not the same.
But the animator is spectacular at baking, and if you missed last week's episode, he gave us kind of a teaser that the next couple episodes, since we're October, are going to be pumpkin themed. And
Yeah.
today we've got another pumpkin themed recipe.
Yeah, this time muffins.
pumpkin muffins.
Did you tell Hector that the veggie people wanted to work with him?
I think he did at some point, but we never really.
We had to hook that
So we're
up.
going to talk about that
Yeah.
also.
But yeah, these are pumpkin muffins.
And he goes on, he explains the recipes, the ingredients, and yes, kids, I love this line, kids, do try this at home. So always under adult supervision, but it's one of the things that I love about how you edit your show is you are the animator. It is a fantastic show, and he always says, kids, do try this at home. And I think it's amazing.
Hector, they're asking already if you can put some kind of filling in the middle of those muffins.
Sure, if you hollow this up. Sure, if I guess you hollow it out and you get yourself a piping bag, you absolutely can. But then
Wow.
again, what's the point? But then again, isn't normally cream filling normally reserved for cupcakes though?
Well, sometimes you can put jelly or cream filling. Or
That's
you
a good
never
point,
know.
Slick.
What do you think, Slick?
You can make like a muffin creation.
A muffin creation, a muffin
Yeah,
surprise.
but like I said, if you watch this week's episode, you can see something interesting that I kind of learned about making these muffins. That might actually either change your opinion on either putting a cream filling inside one of these bad boys, or maybe just make you want to do it even more. I do not know.
I want to ask you a question. When you have new recipes, do you learn as you're going along, like, oh, I should have tried this, or this is a great idea, or do you pretty much have pat what you want to make?
Half the time I try and make these beforehand. So other times, and I normally make point to say that this is the first time I'm making this. So again, there might be mistakes and I make some mistakes, but I do actually try to learn what those mistakes are, so I don't do them again.
The trial and error. And Chef Mark, when you're doing recipes, same type of thing? Or you pretty much know what you're doing?
I know I don't bake, so I don't have to follow any recipes. I just go with what I know.
On food?
I think there's kind of a big difference between being a chef and being a baker, though, isn't there?
Yeah, actually, I mean, you can taste things as you go, because you don't have to worry about eating raw food.
Yeah, I mean, because one thing at least I know about baking is that part of it is that depending on what you're doing, it definitely revolves a lot around timing.
Yeah, and you gotta wait. I don't like waiting.
Yeah, oddly enough, I'm a very patient person.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I don't like the work to be done. Then you put it in the oven, and you gotta wait 45 minutes for it to be done.
I get that, but I also kind of find that it does give you a lot. It does kind of give you a lot of time to prepare for other things.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's mostly just helping Grandma decorate cakes.
All right.
I mean, you gotta make the frosting. And
I can't decorate, so maybe that's why I like cooking better.
Yeah, but Mark, you cook fast, man. I mean, you are boom, boom, boom. You clean up. I mean, you're ready to rock and roll to the next place.
You're packed up and done already, and it's been less than an hour. You cooked it, set it up, cooked it, cleaned it, put it away, and amazing. Slick, thank you.
Yeah, we already made 50 quarts of soup this morning for the homeless, too.
That's what I'm saying. And then you do.
Today we made carrot soup.
Oh,
There's 2 quarts here, or 2 pints.
Now
Well,
he
then
does.
you
You
guys will
do
try.
chicken soup from scratch,
Whatever,
right?
everything from scratch. Yeah.
That with a tuna fish sandwich is God's country right there.
Tuna fish and chicken.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, tuna fish doesn't really have that much taste, but
I mean, grilled
tuna fish doesn't have-
cheese, maybe.
You put some cheese in it, chef. I gotta tell you, they make fun until they try my recipes, and then they go.
No, the best was this week. He had saltines and mayo sandwiches. That was nice. That was lunch.
I had a couple.
He had a ream, but it's all good. All right, Hector, let's try them.
Yeah, no, the problem is I didn't bring enough.
That's all right. Freddie
That's
and I can
fine,
share one.
Yeah.
I'm cutting the sweet. Here you go,
Get it
Jessica.
out.
Jessica
And
gonna be
then
our test
Jessica?
taster for today. Jessica loves pumpkin stuff.
Hector, we can all share because they're big. They're a nice size.
The best is cupcakes.
That's
Is it-
okay. Go in that
That's all right.
direction
Pumpkin girl.
first, and then we'll go in this
I'm
direction.
good. You know I don't eat.
I'll take a bite. I don't eat much sugar, but
Yeah,
Fair
me too.
enough.
I'll try.
I know, chef. See, you have to eat it.
You gotta eat it.
I
Gotta
can
try
pinch
it.
I can take a pinch.
You good?
Thank you, sir.
We'll put mayonnaise and cheese.
Mayonnaise and cheese on everything.
But I gotta tell you, chicken soup is a staple
I'll do a tiny bite
of fantasticness.
Thank you. We can share one. It's all good. Give one
Give
to
one
Slick,
to Slick
and one to Teddy and
and Teddy.
Taylor. Ted, you got one?
You got one too? I was gonna say, how do you get around eating this stuff?
Oh, wow.
Surprisingly enough, it's also kind of other things.
That's good. Wow. It's like an oatmeal cookie.
Surprisingly enough, that weird moisture thing is kind of what I've sort of learned while working with pumpkin. That if you got like pumpkin, it's at least room temperature. It kind of maintains that kind of moisture for a certain bit of time. That's not always a good thing if what you're trying to make is supposed to be a little bit dry, but it does help if you're trying to go for flavor.
This has
For good
gingerbread in
flavor.
it also?
No, gingerbread is a completely different recipe.
I know, but it kind
But
of
like I said in the first episode, there's 4 pumpkin spice is made of 4 specific spices, ginger being one of them.
That would be why it tastes gingerbready to me. Gingerbready, hashtag. It's delicious. You need a fresh cup of coffee with this, I know.
And you make
yeah.
fun, no, I'm having water. And you make fun of my English?
I love gingerbread. And this
This is
is
really
Don't worry,
delicious.
don't worry. There's clearly going to be a gingerbread episode. There has
Gingerbread
to
episode is coming for Thanksgiving. I get it. It's all
Let's
time
do
and
it.
be. Thanksgiving.
seasonal.
Thanksgiving. Talking about December.
Oh, December for Christmas. Can you even believe like we're going into Halloween
I
and
can.
Thanksgiving and Christmas? I mean, we are now in this season.
We were just here. It's like we were just here.
It was just your birthday, and I have to tell you, Jessica, I was listening to your story. Freddie's birthday is March 19th.
Oh.
Mine is the 24th, and we all shut down around that same time of your birthday is March 20th.
Yeah.
You're Pisces or you're on the cusp?
I'm just the cutoff.
You're right
the
there.
first day for the Pisces, yeah. Or the
So,
last day.
You're
Yeah,
the last day. She's right there with
What
you.
day is hers?
The 20th,
Oh, you're right, smack in the middle.
right smack in the middle.
It's funny because we came here.
You're a Pisces?
Yes. I'm a
Oh.
19.
She's like, oh, really? You don't seem like a Pisces.
No, he's the 19th. Who's the 24th?
Mine.
And you're a Pisces?
No, I'm an Aries.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because my birthday's the last day for the.
But to think like all this started in March, and here we are, Hector. You're doing your recipes for, and the pasta also. You think of like more of a fall, winter, right? Recipes change. It's still 100 degrees outside as we witnessed opening the door, but we know our seasons based on food in Florida, right? That's what changes.
Yeah, I know.
Twice.
Yeah, I know. If it's not hurricane season, it's just warm outside.
Exactly. These are incredible.
You're welcome.
You're a pumpkin.
Thank you very much. So tune in.
We have pumpkin fanatic over here. What you got? What do you like about it?
No, I love pumpkin muffins, and it's definitely really good. Like, I love them. I'm going to eat the rest of it.
Slick, you like it? Yeah.
I'm a fiend for pumpkin pie and muffins. I love the taste of pumpkin.
Don't worry. That's in the cards too.
It's in the works. No.
What's the point of having a pumpkin marathon without making pumpkin pie?
Miss Patty, are you gonna have pumpkins?
You know,
Will the nursery sell them? Okay.
Produce stand more likely, more than likely you'll find them at your local produce stand.
I know the churches have them a lot also as fundraisers. Although I don't know if they're going to be doing any of that. I don't know if they're doing any of that now for a season, but I remember when I lived in Dallas, one of the most fun things I had with my daughter was to take her to a pumpkin patch and the farmer's market.
That's a great idea. I never thought of that. And why couldn't I broker some pumpkins? Why couldn't I at the church go and buy wholesale? Because I do know the wholesale
And
growers.
just bring them over.
And bring them over. And yes, brilliant.
It's great for
And,
the
i-
kids.
and if you go to Costco,
Let's
you
do
can
it.
buy a truck amount for half the price.
Well, that or the grower, like out in the
grower's even better.
Loxahatchee or
Teddy, meet those
even
nice boys.
further west, Belglade. Take a big old truck out to Belglade. Oh yeah, it's doable.
And it's one of
I
the
wouldn't
most fun
have thought of
things
that.
ever. When my kids were little, that was the most fun we had. Even in Florida, was trying to find the right pumpkin patch, and it was only at the churches.
So fun. Thank you for bringing pumpkin muffins and then thinking of pumpkin sales. And wow,
Yeah,
that's
don't they have
amazing.
places that you go pick like apples and stuff?
We used to have you pick places like
We pick
strawberries,
places.
but we don't anymore.
Even down, if you go down towards
Thanks.
south, where's the racetrack?
Hillsborough?
Homestead.
Oh, Homestead.
Hialeah.
I went down there when I decided to become vegan, and they have a vegan farm down there, and they have all the fruits and vegetables. I don't know if it's still open now, of course.
Right, with COVID.
There were people bringing in trucks, taking stuff by the load.
But that's one of the fun activities you get to do with kids is pumpkin patch time. It's a great
Yes.
photo op. I can't wait to see.
That's a
Oh, I
good
know
idea.
your daughter-in-law is going to take the boys and have these great pictures at the pumpkin patch. She is fantastic with getting pictures of the kids.
Yes, and she sent me some pictures today, but I had a better idea. I think I'm going to take them to the ice cream place in Fort Lauderdale.
Jackson's?
Can you imagine a little baby this big giving him a banana split or something?
That's what pop-ups do.
I s-
I gotta tell you, the one thing that's great that grandparents do is what parents don't. Yeah. Right? And then you go, here's the ice cream sundae. Have a nice night, guys.
and go to town on it. It's the way of the way.
That
the
is what
future.
grandparents are supposed to do. I think it's a great idea.
Hector, your muffins are a hit. People want to know more about your show. When is your show airing?
Well, 9:30. It's 9:30, right?
Yes, sir.
I keep thinking it's 10:30 for some reason.
You keep missing it.
Maybe we should.
Either
move
way,
it.
either way, Kids Television Network on Facebook at 9:30 a.m. Just when you're waking up in the morning. I always make a, if you want to learn how to make these pumpkin muffins or any other recipe or any other recipes for that matter, just check out my show on that channel.
Do you have a Facebook page for Homemade with the Animator?
No, but I probably should make one though.
Yeah, I
And
think
archive
we're-
all your shows on it.
Right.
Amit's shaking his head yes.
Yep.
Like for instance, like I made that Unemployable page with a joke like a month ago, and it started getting followers by itself. And now we're using that for this show because that's the hot
And
topic.
you did
That's
very
what it
well.
is. Yeah.
Numbers are doing very well.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's really funny because our anniversary is coming up for this place
November 1st, right?
in November,
Yeah.
which is really wild. I can't believe
I
that's
know.
happening. We have also Halloween, right? At the end of October, is that the one it is?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's Halloween.
You know what's crazy? I've been booked for Halloween every year, mostly by the same club, and this is the first year I'm not playing. I haven't got booked yet. Nobody's called me. I'm shocked. And
Let's
like,
call them.
you know, I'd rather not go on the field. Yeah, like I'd rather stay. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather. The more I'm home, the more I'm safe for my family. I figure because you know, Slick, you got a little bit of a taste the other day. You know, and even though these clubs are open, they're only open for you to put your mask on to get in, and you just take it off. So there is no social distancing in reality. You know, it's the people's choice. So whatever keeps me home more to protect my family, you know, I'll do it.
Yes, sir.
I
Stay
agree
safe.
with you.
Yeah.
All in. And that's, I think, what's changed. People become home more. And so, Mark, what you do is amazing because you come to people's homes, you'll even cook outside. Or he had his mask on and gloves, very safe in your home and cook. And then you keep it in the confines of your home. Miss Patty, what you're doing, helping people beautify their homes and their businesses. And you don't have to go out and do everything. And outdoor activities are fantastic.
You're taking care of business for a good cause. You know, you're knocking out two birds with one stone on that piece.
And Hector, what you do, you bring families together in the kitchen to do
Yep.
something safe and fun.
I give them an activity.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And what I've noticed is you've brought your sister more into this, which is pretty cool.
Well, I can't always bring my stuff here, and I don't have my regular group of guinea pigs anymore. So.
But I like it. I like seeing your sister. It's a nice touch. Your mom's always commenting and sharing it out, and it's really nice to see you grow into what you love to do, one of your passions.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like gardening too. Like when you teach a child to cook, that's something they can have their whole entire life.
It's a good
And
skill
they
to
might
learn.
turn into another Chef Mark. You never know.
I'll send my daughter here
Or
for
Or
you.
at the very least,
She can help you.
Or at the very least, have better control over what they eat.
Exactly. Exactly.
You
I
never know.
remember when I was growing up in Puerto Rico, my father was a farmer. And we tried growing pumpkin. Not an easy thing to grow. You know,
Takes a
around the
long
ground.
time.
We can
to
grow pumpkin
Takes a long
tropical
time. You gotta
conditions.
watch the critters. which
9
is
months like a
another
baby
problem.
to grow a pumpkin?
Maybe that was the
From
problem.
seed to harvest.
But the funny thing is that I learned how to grow bananas. You know, you cut banana is a plant. It's not a tree, but it looks like a tree. And you cut it at a certain angle, and 1,000,000 seeds go. So one banana tree will give you 1,000,000 banana trees.
Did you use a machete?
Yeah,
Really?
That's what you're supposed to use.
yeah. Well, what do you
Freddie
want me
and
to use? A
machete?
scissor?
I don't. Makes me nervous. I don't know. I gave Miss Patty a scissor.
No, we use a machete, and I got to plant. I got to do tomatoes. I got to do avocados, and the avocado plants were huge. I got lemon trees outside, and it was a whole different. Because I was from the Bronx. I mean, I didn't know a tree from grass. And I tell my father, "This is that. I don't know how to do this. Well, you're gonna learn." And I got to learn about it. And the one thing that farming taught me was patience.
Amen. True.
You
That's
gotta
what we always
have
talk
patience.
about, right? The farmer
Yeah.
has patience because you have to wait for it to grow. It's a good life lesson.
That's right. And farming, you
Can't force
have
it.
to have instinct. You see, when you sit there and you know something's going to grow, you sense it. You know it's coming. You know the right amount of water, light, and the whole nine. And it showed me a whole different world. I used to do my homework when I was in high school on the side of a mountain because we used to grow stuff there. And my father used to grow corn. Not an easy trick to grow corn. Once you get one, it explodes. But he used to tell me, watch what happens. and it changed my whole perception of life, and it made me more patient. I'm more within myself. I understand that things take time to mature. You see, and you're always asking me. You know how you could tell a person has no patience? Give them a plant. They'll kill it in a week.
Come on, I've done pretty well with this crop of plants.
That's
It's
But
been a
you've gotten
while.
more
Take care of
patient.
I can't take care of plants for some reason.
Okay, and but you see, it's like cooking. You know, I believe to be a good cook, you have a little wine, you have a little music, and you have fun. And I noticed the chef, he likes what he does. He gets through it. He can be on the go. He can switch gears. He's using both hands. He's just plating, going, and boom.
I have to tell you, that was a great segment. Looked beautiful on film. Slick,
And
you,
fast.
Teddy, you guys did a great job filming all of that as well. Let's go to commercial break. We have, and there's no better way to top this off now, I must say, with a glass of wine for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. Their annual fundraiser is next week, and it is a virtual wine tasting fundraiser. So hopefully Jay Harmon is joining us. Slick, I want to find the painting with the wine.
The
We're
wine
going to
glass
put
is
that up,
behind
the wine
door.
glass, because that is one of the paintings that he is auctioning off. Proceeds to go back to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. And Lori Capano is going to be joining us. Maybe her son, Nick, who was diagnosed when he was a child, and Jay Harmon have now come into partnership for this great event, which will be next week. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Healing Moments Wellness Boutique specializes in integrating scientific and ancient therapies to relieve physical, emotional, and psychological distress. Through the power of touch, coaching, and meditation, clients experience pain relief, relaxation, healing, and detoxification. Contact Healing Moments Wellness Boutique at 561-931-2187 and experience Boca Raton's Healing Haven. Enjoy the benefits of an individualized treatment plan to help find your feelings of peace, complete balance, and wellness. Call Healing Moments today, 561-931-2187, and be rejuvenated.
Even though some things are far away, we plan for them ahead of time because they're important. When it comes to your celebration of life, it's really no different. You want to plan ahead now so your family doesn't have to later, and create a service that reflects your values, character, and traditions, no matter what they may be. At Dignity Memorial, we listen to every detail and make sure everyone is remembered.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
I'm gonna tell you that the Slickness has the Energizer Bunny batteries.
You on point today,
He is
Slick.
like, he's changing sets. He's doing all sorts of stuff. Amazing.
So waiting for Jay, we're going to find out when Lori Capano is on. There's a cystic fibrosis fundraiser. I believe it is next weekend. They're raising money, of course, for cystic fibrosis, and it's going to be a virtual wine event. All right, and she's on,
Yeah,
so let's
so
bring
you
her
can
over.
bring her
There she is. Hey, Lori, how you doing? She's shaking her head no, which means we don't have her audio. You can't hear us, and we cannot hear you.
May
So-
have to redo it.
You're going to have to reboot, and she doesn't hear anything. All right, Lori, let's go back to a single, and Lori's going to have to reboot her computer and go from there.
Yes.
So Slick, what you got going on with the unemployment woes? How'd that go for you today?
You might as well sit there, yeah.
But unemployment it was nice. Like basically, I had 2 perceptions today from Bianca to Jessica. And what is it? Amit always, he always wants to help people. I mean, there's not a lot of people like yourself in the community because honestly, I can't say if I knew the information, but if I knew it, like if a person knew that information to how to get unemployment, they'll keep it to themselves. The fact that you're like philanthroping this, like the way you do with Vinny and the way you did with Teddy, I'm like, wow, this man really wants to really help people throughout this hard situation.
That's how we beat the coronavirus. That's
Correct.
it. That's the cure. Like being there for each other. That's all it is. Listen, that's key.
I felt like 2020 actually brought more people together because it's like especially small businesses, all for one. Everybody's linking up to the point that it's like it's helpful to actually link up with like another small business.
You know, I made a post on Facebook last night, but I didn't follow through with it. I said, let me give it a day. I'm going to do this later on today.
Okay.
I made a post saying, I'm going to take 5 random businesses from my friends list, and I'm going to share them. And if I pick you, I want you to also pick 5 businesses from your friends list and share them. So we create a chain reaction. You always get these people saying, hey, I won this based on this person, so like do this, you know? Let's make something out of it that benefits, you see?
True.
People want to make jokes with chain reactions. Now we don't have time for jokes. Let's make a chain reaction with something that can grow and benefit. So I'm going to give it a shot. Let's see how it does.
Seriously, because that does work. Like I noticed like on Twitter when I do promote like my friend's stuff, I don't ask them to like promote my stuff, but it kind of like, it's like a tit for tat. Like they do it out of the heart of them because they see what I do and then I see what they do. And I want them to get the image because they're not getting the right light shown. So usually I bring them into the studio or I just share their stuff out.
Well, the amazing thing is that because of what's going on around us, like Chef, he's pivoted and he's doing something
Correct.
else. You've helped a lot of people. And you showed a classic example today of 2 people going in at the same time, one being successful and the other one still struggling to be successful.
Yeah.
And now she's going to be doing something to pivot, to pay her bills, to make things work and everything else. And the amazing thing is that people are helping each other. We're getting together and backing each other. So you have a business and you got Chef on here, and everybody should use Chef. Chef should be so exhausted by the end of the day because he had to hit so many places. That's the good side of all this thing. Exactly. But before all this happened, not that I'm saying I'm glad it happened, but before it all happened, it was just a business.
Do you remember we had Chef Z with us for quite a long time? And she had been on news channels, and then her business and things changed. Her husband was ill, and she started working with us. And she would come every week, and she would bring either a soup or a salad. Then she did a huge event on the Brightline with us, and now we haven't seen her for 9 months. She is so busy with clients, going in full-time. She cooks for people, or she does big events. She says, I don't even have time to get to you anymore. But she was a vegan. She is a vegan chef. Spectacular food.
Saved her husband's life. He was terminally ill, and he's been alive now.
Stage 4 cancer, yeah.
20 years of stage 4 cancer, and all of a sudden he's back. So, you know, with what's going on around us right now, and with what you're doing, people are just grateful that somebody cares, man. You know, the bottom line here, somebody cares, and you're helping people do their thing and getting it done right, and that's important. That's really important.
Thanks, Liz.
You know, I was with Serge, my friend Sergio, last night, and I had a call come in where I was ready to go drop him home, and it was about the unemployment. And it was this young girl. She's about 22 years old, and she's pregnant right now. And she's having trouble with unemployment just like everybody else. And she was like, I had another guy help me that was charging me to do it, like to do the unemployment. You know, I've had that too. I've gotten so many calls of people actually using my video to charge other people to do what I do, which I don't think is right. Like I said, the system was free. Like if anybody knew what to do and log into it, you'll be getting the money yourself anyway. And what I do is really not like, oh my God, like Geek Squad. Like it's just really just reading the system through and following through properly. That's what it is. Like I found a little spot on there where everybody just misses. And if you don't fill out that one little thing, like click a little bubble and then go into it, you're going to get ineligible.
Wow.
That's all it is.
Yeah, but you know what it is to be 6 months ineligible and not getting an income and not being able to buy your meds and buy your food.
It's like reading the fine print on something, right? If you don't read that fine print, you miss it. And so the unemployment, they all say, it's all right there for you to do it. It's in the fine print, if you read the fine print. And
Well,
you read the fine print.
Yes and no. So they don't really tell you how to do it
Well, no,
at
right.
all. They don't even explain to you how to do it. They just say just fill this out. That's
it.
all it is. It's like if you go to a job application, you're filling it out on paper. Of course, like there's gonna be something that throws you off, and you're gonna ask, hey, manager, boss, whoever it is, like, what is this? There is nobody for you to do that. You can't even call them on the phone and get them on the phone and ask for help. You spend 4 hours or a whole day just to get one person on the phone.
Ah, look who's back.
Now, I
The
want
hardworking man.
I also want people to know, I hope it wasn't yesterday, but I think today's the last day for you to fill out if you're having difficulty paying your electricity. You have to notify FPL.
Yes,
Is it today?
It's today.
Today's the
For
last
FPL.
day.
But speaking of that, my mom, she's the health manager of Florida, and she wanted me to get the word out on this. The Palm Beach County is offering the assistance for like the lights and stuff like that. They just ran out of the funds on that aspect of it, so you can apply. What they do have right now that will help everybody is they're giving out food stamps to residents, and it's very simple. All you have to do is just Google Palm Beach County food assistance, apply for it, and you will get it. I believe I got like $800 myself. And they send you a prepaid card in the mail with everything. So for families that really need that, that are
food.
struggling, I would advise to go look at it, especially for the kids. Definitely the kids need that.
Now, I had heard that if you have a reason that you can't pay your electricity, they will furlough it. They will stretch it out. But you have to say it. You must say it today. Because if you don't say it today, they will shut off your
You know,
lights.
so I also found out is that you can forbear your mortgage again.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got a call asking what we were doing with ours, and they said, well, and here's the interesting thing, and then we're going to bring Jay and Lori on after commercial break. They said, you don't have to pay your mortgage. We can put you back in forbearance.
Yeah, you could. Yes, exactly.
And I'm thinking, that's interesting.
A lot of people don't ask. They don't know. A credit company's gonna call.
The
Some of them
bank actually
did.
called us and
Some
said,
of them
the mortgage
did.
company called and said, you can stay in forbearance. So we said, well, we started paying it back. And they said,
Yeah.
well, why?
Yeah.
They said, don't pay it back yet because you're going to mess us up.
Yeah.
They
Yes,
said,
because they have the machines.
Some
they
of
said
them-
because we have your numbers set, and if you pay us back before
Yeah.
we send you your paperwork, your numbers are now wrong. So don't pay us anything for at least 30 days because it's going to take at least that long to get the paperwork. So you figure now you probably bought yourself another 2 months, even if you're going to pay it back
Yes.
because they're not ready.
Mhm,
It's a
correct.
whole. It's interesting. We just got that phone call yesterday.
Yeah. See, most of the like me personally, right? When this started, I had 11 credit cards, and each one was just like one's for music, one's for business. Like I had one's for the family, and we were living off savings in the beginning. Jessica had got the unemployment right away, so we were lucky there, but I didn't. So we blew through our savings on the most part of it, and these credit card companies, only like one or two called me, and it was like the major ones, like my car payment called me. They pushed it to the back. I think it was musician's friend called me also and pushed it to the back, but the rest of them didn't really offer any type of assistance. Like I called Capital One, and they didn't want to push it to the back. So there are some kind of like little agreements there where they won't work with
Gotta
you.
ask.
Now today I consolidated all of them. I was like, why do I need them? Like this is a clean start for all of us, so I might as well start over. So I just consolidated them, got rid of them. So as far as the creditors, I believe they will work with you. In some cases, I just had luck, half and half.
But you have to ask.
You just got to ask.
If you don't
Yeah.
talk, nothing good is going to happen.
Exactly.
And I'm going to give you a warning. Certain people at the banks, not everybody's up to date on forbearance. There's some people that are going to tell you, no, we don't do that. No, it's and the wrong information. We're going to want a balloon. You got to ask and
And then
talk
you want it in writing.
to the right people and get it in writing. But don't let them frustrate you because somebody sometimes didn't get the memo.
Yep.
It happened. I'm telling you. And I didn't want to break into an argument. I just wanted to talk to somebody else. And then we got that done. And they tell the person, no, you're incorrect. This is the correct ruling and yada, yada, yada. But FPL today, if you have a problem, you got to let them know so that after today, they will shut the lights off. This is what I was
Yes.
told. They will. Not that they want to be bad people, but they want to be paid like a business, like anything else. So if you're having a problem, let them know, and you work out a deal.
All right, we're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, I'm hoping we got Lori's audio hooked up, but if we don't, we've got Jay Harmon in the house. the colored pencil artist. So these beautiful pieces behind us, they are not photographs, they are not paintings, they're actually done with pencil. And Jay Harmon, I would just want you to know you have now been featured on News Channel 5, so congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Meet Amit, he was sitting next to you. It was his segment that was on the news yesterday. So Jay is working with the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. So when we come back, unfortunately, or fortunately for Jay, this piece behind me I think is up for auction. So let's see what happens. It's a good thing we know the creator, so stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Using Black Tie Liquors, your one-stop shop for wine and spirit needs. Whether you're looking for an ice-cold pack of summer brews or just to grab your favorite bottle of Scotch whiskey, Black Tie Liquors has you covered. Come choose from a wide selection of beers, wines, spirits, or liqueurs. Or if you're in the mood, feel free to grab one of our fresh cigars. Stop by Black Tie Liquors today, located on 5970 South Jog Road, Lake Worth, Florida. Or give them a call at 561-968-0988.
AMP2 TV and WNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They have been working around the clock, nonstop, to promote over 500 shows and businesses reaching all over South Florida. With added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio, it has never been easier to get your voice heard by millions of listeners. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact AMP2 TV at 866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422.
Pizza District is the official pizzeria of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. They have amazing deals, great food, and an even better customer connection. Their owner, Nico, runs the friendliest and cleanest pizzeria for miles around. With their pizza made with whole wheat, gluten-free, cauliflower crust, and traditional New York style, you can't go wrong. Plus all the extras like salad and chicken wings. They are a family-run business with a great atmosphere. Call today to order your pizza and tell them the Brooklyn Cafe sent you at 561-961-4163. That's 561-961-4163 for Pizza District, the official pizzeria of the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
AskDearAbby.com. Dear Abby is a life coaching company that was founded by Abby Awotasu. At Dear Abby, we believe in empowering single women to unapologetically own their identities and grow in self-love. We know that in order for you to find true, meaningful, lasting love, you must first love and fully embrace yourself, flaws and all. Contact us today at AskDearAbby.com for your personalized coaching session that will get you on the path to ultimately finding your soulmate. And follow Dear Abby on social media at AskDearAbby on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
And we're back. What a nice show. I have to tell you, I apologize. It was hot for you all for cooking, but I must say the energy here is much clearer and cleaner for me. I know, I'm on a whole nother level of woo-woo, but I love my woo-woo is all I can tell you.
Well, you know what it is. Dawn hasn't been feeling well the last couple of days. Not corona issues, stomach issues and stuff. And she's
I've
back
had a migraine
today.
for a month, so any little smell,
Yeah.
so the smell of those burners just went like, whoop, migraine theory, but it's beautiful. So
It's good to have you back, though, today.
the rest of our beautiful
Feel me
day,
back.
I only wish I had this much wine, Jay, that we could actually drink. So the piece behind me is created by the colored pencil artist in our in-house studio at Amp Media Production Studios. We've got Jay Harmon in the set with us. And in about an hour, your show is coming up. So thank you for coming in a little bit early. And I think we've got Lori Capano on the line. Hopefully her audio is fixed. We're going to bring her over. You've been talking to Lori and working
Yes.
with this. Tell us a little bit about the fundraiser.
Okay, the fundraiser is it's called the wine opening and wine opener, and it's for cystic fibrosis, and they have this every year, but due to the situation this year, they have to do it virtually. So everything is going to still be a thing. People will come in and they auction off different things, and people can bid on the articles, and they can, and all the money goes to cystic fibrosis. So it's a wonderful charity, and they and they're doing that, and so I'm donating one of my pieces, the one behind you there, to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, and they are going to auction it off, and whoever gets the bid for that picture will be coming here to the studio to pick it up, and I'm going to give them a tour of the studio, and they get to enjoy everything here. So it's quite a. I think they should enjoy having that. So
I'm excited. We actually hung up some more of your portraits on the other wall, and we've got some space for some new ones. So I'm glad you're here, so you can see we've got some open space, some more bigger pictures that you've got. Tell us about this piece, though. This is not a picture. This is not an acrylic painting.
No.
This is unique.
All my work is done in colored pencil. Okay, I'm a colored pencil artist, and that's my website, coloredpencilartist.com. And this was done on a black background, black mat board, and I did a whole thing on this, a still life. I wanted to do a still life, but I wanted it to be vibrant, something very, very vibrant. But you've seen a lot of the old masters' paintings of still lifes where they use this. Well, this is where they have done them in oils and everything, and this is kind of a modern. Modern version of the old type of paintings, where I put a wine glass, some roses, some grapes, and put that all together to kind of make it look really inviting, and something that you could have in your location, something that would I think really stand out in just about any decor. And because it has a neutral background, and because of the neutral background, the black background, you can put it just about anywhere. And that's what I do. I do pictures. If anybody is interested in having something commissioned, I can do a picture to fit your decor. And if there's anything, I do portraits.
And the piece behind Jay, you see the woman and the horse. Slick, maybe, and the piece above Miss Patty. Maybe Slick, you can pan out on that shot a little bit to see other pieces. And while we do that, we've got Lori joining us. Lori, I hope we've got audio on you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, perfect. Say, fantastic. Tell us about the event, when it is, how people can get involved.
Yes, I would love to share that, but I have to just say thank you so much, Jay, because it's people like yourselves that actually make our event bigger and better every year. And your artwork is absolutely extraordinary. You have such a gift and talent. I love your work. I'm so happy and proud, honestly proud, to have you be a part of the wine opener, because you're going to draw so many more people by your artwork to want to come and join in. So I was an art major at the School of Visual Arts, so I could never do what you did, so I went into advertising instead. So I have such a strong appreciation for your kind of work. That's very intricate and hard to do and very time consuming. So the appreciation for me as an artist is 100%, but it's going to be so powerful and strong at our wine opener event, which now I would love to share. So it's coming up. It's Friday, September 16th. And the way everyone is going to join our virtual event is by can I tell you our link? It's events.cff.org.
You mean October?
October.
What did I say?
September.
I'm so excited about his artwork. I don't even know what month I'm in.
I'm glad you're listening so closely. He goes, huh?
Yes, it's next week. So it's coming up. It's the 16th. But the link is so important. So if people can click on this link, they'll have all the information. It's events.cff.org /wineopener2020. And the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation for South Florida, they always post it as well too. But the event is, as much as it's going to be virtual in our first virtual event, so it's going to be so different than having people actually physically in-house there and to see everybody and share the love and just, oh my gosh, the hugging and the kissing, we're going to all miss that. But truly, it's a chef. We have, I saw a sneak preview myself, so I was pretty impressed. But we have a wonderful chef, and we have a wine connoisseur, and they're going to talk a little bit about that. And then we have all the live auction items. And the fun part is that right now, a week before the event, people can click on the link and see all the auction items, and they could preview it, and this way be able to bid on it right now and start actually raising some money and making donations too. So we're looking to truly make a lot of money with the people that are going to be interested in these auction items. So I'm so excited.
And the donations go back to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation?
Absolutely, absolutely. For, I will say 90% of the monies goes to research.
Nice.
And the rest is to pay lights and overhead. So it's incredible. And my son, I mean, we haven't even mentioned my son, how his health has changed drastically.
I was just gonna
because
ask you
of
that.
people people raising, we're constantly raising awareness, raising money. And I literally saw this child at 20 years old thinking this was going to be the beginning of his end. And then a drug just miraculously at the right time came into his life and has changed his life completely. He is so healthy and so strong and vibrant and has the gift of life in him now that it's truly a miracle to be able to have this child with me in my life and seeing him flourish and grow. And my goal is to leave nobody behind. My passion is so strong to raise more money and raise money for the cure. But the drugs that are out there for him, unfortunately, are not for everybody that has cystic fibrosis because the mutations are so many. But the majority of people that do have this drug, they are blessed right now to have this in their lives. And thank God my son was one.
Wow, that's spectacular. Jay, I'm so glad you're going to be a part of this.
Oh, I am too. I'm very delighted to be part of this event, and to let you know that if anybody goes to my website and is interested in any artwork, a percentage of all my the proceeds for all my work on my website will be going to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation.
Wow.
Wow.
So.
Fantastic.
That's
That's a
exciting.
surprise. I didn't know that.
That's
either.
amazing, Jay. You just gave me the chill. I call them angel bumps, but the chill. Wow.
Thank you.
That's incredible.
You're quite welcome.
You know, it's amazing what Jay does. We do a show here, and I asked him to do a pencil piece on the set, and he makes it look so flawlessly. He makes it look so easy.
Well, look at the piece behind you. That one is amazing.
But this is so scary because he starts out with a black canvas. And if you think about how complicated that is, as opposed to a white canvas that you can draw on it and then do your colors and what have you, a black canvas, how do you even start? You do white pencil?
I used many different shades of grays and whites and everything blend, and it all has to be blended together, and it's a real process and putting it together.
But the piece behind you, I mean, the detail in her hands.
This is a monster.
And I know.
And the ones in the lobby, the hands, that is a monster.
The Pray for Peace, another great, spectacular piece.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Very excited. So glad that we met. Thank you.
Lori, once you get out of quarantine and you feel you can come in one day by yourself when nobody else is here, I want you to just see. You have to physically see his pieces because they're beautiful virtual. But so we'll make an appointment for you. I know you're really careful because of Nick, but we'll do it on a day when nobody's here, and you'll just come in. You'll take a tour. You can come in and out, but I just want you to see them firsthand because there's nothing like actually seeing them in person. And the ones up there, I know, the horses and
Laurel and Hardy. I Love Lucy, which we have in Studio A, is unbelievable. I'm afraid to tell Jay this because he's going to get mad at me, but there was a guy that wanted to buy, and I says, not for sale. Not for sale. He says, why? I says, not for sale, because I love it. No, and this piece happens to be, I mean, these pieces
It's like, you want to grab the I Love
are
Lucy?
just remarkable. The way, when you're sitting here and looking at it, and I've seen him work, I get to produce a show, it just adds a whole different feel to what he does. This is not paint. This is skill.
You talk about patience?
Forget about it. He wants to teach kids how to do it. We're planning a seminar and everything else on how to do it. And this is the I Love Lucy piece that Dawn is so gracefully putting it on
Flicks
TV.
on the other side.
So wonderful.
Wow.
On
I know. Isn't this piece amazing?
That's beautiful. I love your heart.
Don't love it too much. All right, put it back in Studio A. Don't love it too much. But he has some pieces in here that are just breathtaking. We got rooms set up in his name with his art, the surrounding stuff. He's at the radio station as well in that studio. It's just phenomenal. Phenomenal the way he does what he does. And anybody who's going to bid on this thing and win this thing, you're really, really going to appreciate Jay's art, which is amazing. It's just amazing.
So I know
Well,
your
I'm gonna
event is
take-
going to be great.
Yeah, we really worked hard on it this year, and we have some really dynamite auction items as well as wonderful artists. So we're so appreciative of the artists because they're top notch. I would definitely love to take you up on the opportunity, come into the studio because I'm being the art lover that I am. I would look at it as I'm in a gallery. And we should call it Jay's Gallery.
Well, we've got Jay, we've got Mark Dane. He's going to bring some other pieces in as well, some tabletops.
Mark was here.
And we've got the art of Amy Rashevsky. We have more. We've got quite a few. So we kind of term this our little gallery. What do we call it? The Brooklyn Cafe Gallery? Some people call it Ant Media Studios Gallery. Amy has her own name for it. I think she calls it Dawn and Freddie's Gallery. But
it's the gallery. It is what it is. But Mark was here. We were talking about, he has tabletop pieces because he deals with glass. And he's been watching what you're doing, Jay.
Oh, has he?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's been watching what Amy does. And I said, Mark, why don't you do a little glass show, bending light? Because he bends light. Phenomenal. I mean, these guys, these ladies and gentlemen are just phenomenal at what they do. The best of the best.
Yeah, because Mark and I worked together and did a piece. And it was a picture of a car, of a
Maserati, right?
Is it a Maserati? I don't know. It's a very expensive car. And, so it was a prototype. And I did this car. It's a McLaren, actually.
A McLaren. It started with an M.
And it was a white car that was done on a black background. That's how he wanted me to do it. I did that, gave him the picture, then he did his magic, put lights on it, and put acrylic and everything, and it lights up in all different colors, and it's just phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Such a gift, isn't it? It's such a gift. It's a real gift to have this kind of talent.
And you know what? Not only talent, our artists are the nicest people, and they do commission pieces, and they've stuck by us, and we've stuck by them. I don't know how many years. It's got to be. We've been here a year, 3 years,
Probably 3 years.
right? Because we were at the other place for a couple of years,
from
and
there
then
to
here. And we were all together at another place, and then we all stuck together here. So Freddie always says, be careful what you wish for. So when I moved here, I dreamed of a co-op, of bringing the creative arts together. When we were looking for a new space, I never envisioned we would be creating the co-op. But you know what? It's a beautiful thing when God grants you what you actually look for. So you let us know a good day for you, and we will make it by appointment only, and you'll come in, and Jay will be here, and you'll get a tour.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me back, and it's such a pleasure to be with you guys. I love your energy. I love just the great vibes that you give off.
Well, good luck next week, and if you have the link, post it in the messages, and we will get that up as well. We'll share it out.
We'll share it out.
Okay, you'll have to check
Don't worry, we'll take care of it. No worry, we got you covered.
We'll show you how to do it. We'll show you how to do it.
Best of luck to you and Nick. Thanks, Lori. Bye-bye.
It's funny because when we started to talk to the artists, and Dawn Vasquez came in here, she's an artist, I didn't know that. And you take it from one room to another room to the lobby to there, and she was like so overwhelmed. And she could not believe. She got about this close up to your work. She says, "This is pencil?" I was dying. Because the reaction when you watch people say pencil, they're like, "What?" And Slick and the guys have done a remarkable job in that room as well.
Fantastic, guys. You did a really good, nice job here.
And Amit went in there, and brought Channel 5 in here, and in the spot you can see all the art around here. And it changes how you deliver your message, with all the art pieces.
They should consider that at the news stations, maybe having art in the background, and it would kind of soften the whole,
I mean, maybe you can help them out with that one.
They can soften. You know what it is? A lot of people on television can learn a thing or two. But what I'm excited about, when we get started rolling again and things get back to somewhat of normal, which whatever that means, and we're going to try to get into Meisner again, I have such an idea of what I want to do. There are going to be flying things in the air at that little mini stadium. You watch.
Well, tomorrow we open up for our first event. Actually, we've got Fem City Boca Del Rey in tomorrow for an event of 10. So little by little, and so they're all going to...
It was 7.
It was 7.
It's
It's
now
10. It is capped at 10, and that includes Patty, so it'll be an intimate group. We're doing a cocktail making class, but we've got 10 women now coming into the studio to actually take a tour to see the art and the artwork and share all of this beauty that we get to now create and open up a little bit at a time.
Good stuff.
We haven't gotten to do this since February.
Good stuff. And all the things you need to get it going again.
October 16th, we will put the link in our messages. We've got Jay Harmon Show coming up at 2:30, the colored pencil artist. Teddy, let's put his piece up at the end of our show so people can get really a taste of what's going on with Jay.
Yes, and if you haven't seen Jay's show, you're missing it because it's spectacular, some of the things that he brings here, and he does it right in front of you. You had a cook today, he cooked right in front of you. That had to be the fastest meal I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it's like, you go to the guy that...
Oh, look, I still got food left.
Japanese,
I got enough food for dinner.
You're still eating. I know. How do you do that?
I can't eat and talk at the same time.
How do you do... Man, I would have ate the paper by now.
I know.
How do you do that?
I get to eat it all later. It's absolutely delicious. And we have Pumpkin Muffins by Hector the Animator. Tune into our Kids Television Network Saturday at 9:30 to get the full recipe. I'd show you a picture, but we ate it. So you're going to have to learn how to make one yourself on Saturday with the kids. We've got Mark Fiore, so Chef Mark. Amit was here with Unemployment Woes. Jay Harmon, Lori Capano of Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, and Patty Patchett, Kids for Kids Ministry. We're going to create that event for you. Maybe a pumpkin patch and a big yard sale on Saturday in Lake Worth. All proceeds go back to helping the kids in Haiti and orphanage in Haiti have beds, have food, have water, clean water and shelter. The basic necessities of life these kids do not even have. So every penny, every dollar goes back to help these kids. And Patty has the most amazing plants. So if you need plants, you do not need to go to the store, the big box store, to buy your own. Patty can take care of it for you, and it becomes a tax donation to help the kids. So it's a win-win.
And you heard the latest? You put plants in the bathroom. Proven, scientifically proven. You hang plants in your bathroom, it will take away your stress levels by 70%. This is right from Harvard. Remember I was telling you? Really? I told you on the morning show.
I gotta find room in my bathroom for plants.
If you put plants in the bathroom, it is a proven scientific fact. And if I'm wrong, prove it. I can show you. It's a Harvard study. I read it. The fern in the bathroom, and it cleans the air.
Cleans the air.
Yeah. Really?
Philodendron, the one you have, Spathiphyllum, cleans the air.
It's because, remember, we need plants to survive. The whole photosynthesis process that works with them and how they breed and everything, they supply the other half of what we need to survive. So we're 50-50 with them. I think they give us oxygen and we give them carbon dioxide. Right? Exactly. Mm-hmm. So what it's doing in there, it's purifying the air just by pulling all the rest of like the dirty oxygen and the carbon dioxide and cleaning it out, filtering it out with
oxygen.
oxygen.
You know what's the biggest contributor of carbon dioxide in your bathroom? Your toilet.
Yeah. I was going to say that, but I was thinking that something else.
And I deliver, as you guys know, so I can send them pictures. I can take pictures at the grower, send them a picture. Do you like it? Do you love it? How much is, let them know how much it will be, and they can say yes or no. So it's a zero pressure thing.
Thank you.
Well, the funny thing is, you take her plants and you take Sensibility's candles. I got my whole bathroom now redone. I know exactly what I want to do. Those candles in the bathroom are spectacular. You know, your bathroom should smell nice.
Yeah.
I'm learning the lesson here. And those candles, you let them on there, and you leave those candles burn with the one candle. You leave it on for a couple hours in the bathroom. Make sure you put it in a thing of water and the whole nine. But that and some plants, some ferns, I gotta tell you, you can't go wrong.
All right, great show, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great afternoon. Tune in, go get a snack or a sandwich. 2:30, The Colored Pencil Artist coming to you. 7 o'clock, very exciting. We have Kids in Capes coming to you live, 7 o'clock right here. They are not coming and recorded anymore. They're going live
on the set.
7 o'clock.
8 and 10-year-old kids.
WWNN Radio 95.3, 96.9, 103.9, and 1470 AM, as well as on social media. So you want to get inspired, tune in tonight at 7 o'clock, and then 7:30. We got the 2-minute warning with Benny Blades. Have a great day, everyone. Be safe, be kind to each other. Wear your mask.
And as always, don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Jay Harmon, exclusively in the Gallery of Boca. Jay Harmon captures the essence of really creative and captivating mind. Jay Harmon brings the light into the darkness on majority of his pieces, using a negative background to highlight the details of some of his looks. I know some artists use white canvases, but he thrives on a black canvas. And here's the kicker. He only uses pencil, colored pencil, graphite pencil, and pencil for his art pieces. Yes, I know it's hard to fathom that these beautiful pieces came from pencil, but yes, they did. And the only way you can experience Jay Harmon is if you come to the Gallery of Boca. Jay Harmon, an unconventional artist with a unique story behind every canvas.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.
Cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna say and craters, open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche, helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping